And I want to show you guys today how to make CMOS gel at home. So the reason why I'm showing this is because just like in a different video, I showed how I make my own vitamins. And keep in mind, I am not a doctor or anything like that. CMOS is not like a medicine or anything. It can be medicinal, but it's not actually medicinal. It's more of a vitamin, but it's food. So it's just a nutritious sea plant. This is what it looks like when you soak it in water. And I'm gonna show you how I got this. So basically, sea moss is from the sea, and it has, I think, 92 nutrients and minerals in it. 92 nutrients and minerals in it. So you could just eat it just like this. Just like you put it in your food, put it in your salads. But a lot of people turn this into sea moss gel, and they'll put it in pretty much anything because it doesn't have a taste to it. It has a little bit of a smell, but it has no actual like flavor to it. Um Kind of like when you drink water and water just has like kind of like no flavor to it. Same thing here. So let me show you what I used to even get this and how I got that. But like I was saying, it has 92 vitamins, minerals in it. Um, and then if you incorporate bladderwrack has the rest of the nutrients and minerals that the CMOS does not have. So when you put those together, you just have a complete spectrum of nutrients and minerals. I'll say vitamins and minerals. So this is wild crafted Jamaican sea moss. I got this from Amazon, and this is the Vital Vegan brand. So I only get my sea moss from Jamaica or St. Lucia, not from anywhere else, because when I first started buying sea moss off of Amazon, I noticed or from anywhere, they were giving fake sea moss, and what I learned the difference between fake sea moss and real sea moss is that look how dry this is, and it's pretty tough to separate. Oh, so you see how that looks like hay? See how dry that is? And it doesn't have any salt or anything on it. Put it in this jar. Made a mess. My counters are clean, so I'm just gonna take this sea moss and put it in here. Always clean my counters. So basically, um, the sea moss that I used to buy and I stopped, it had salt on, like sea salt on it. Hello, hi to everyone who joined. Thank you for joining. I'm basically showing you how to make sea moss gel. How we're gonna turn this dry sea moss into sea moss that you can actually eat. Put with your food, turn into CMOS gel, and you can put it in your smoothies, your drinks, anything you want to make at home that's healthy. And you just want to add more nutrients and minerals to it. This is how you're gonna do it. And again, I'm not a doctor or anything like that. Even though this has nothing, this is not medicinal. It's just a plant from the ocean that you can put with your food, and it has a lot of vitamins and nutrients in it. It's just a very nutritious superfood. It's a sea vegetable. So, this does expand, so I don't want to put too much in this jar because you're gonna see how much it expands. It doesn't take like a long time. It's not something that takes all day to expand. Like if you're like soaking like oats and how people do like overnight oats so they can be completely like soft and ready to eat. This is something that only takes like an hour or two to completely soak up. And then once it does, it turns into this. It's not so dry. That's good. Yeah, it is. And this doesn't have any flavor, so when you put it in your food, it doesn't change the texture or flavor of your food. It just gives you extra nutrients to your food, so you can be the healthiest version of yourself. It's great that we have these plants, these natural things to help aid us in our health and healing and our meals. And so I think I'm gonna put a little bit more in here. And it's super easy. You just take it, separate it, put it in your bowl or jar like I'm doing, and you just add some fresh, clean water. Get the water. We use this bottle of water. Get some on the ground. Pour it in here. Push it down further. We want to get the whole thing soaked. So make sure you saturate it with the whole bottle of water. I'm actually going to put more water in this jar because when it expands, it's going to like rise above the water. So again, for the people who just came in, I got this from Amazon. And every time I buy anything from Amazon, I keep it as organic as possible. And this is it. This is all we do. You just put it in water. I'm going to put a little in this, and I'm going to let it sit out for like 2 hours until we get this texture. So I'm going to show you now how I make this Seamoss gel. All right. This, I'm going to do an infusion. You can make, I'm going to make 2 versions of it so you can see the difference. The first version is going to be just the Seamoss by itself, so just Seamoss gel, and then the next one is going to be infusion of fruit. That'll give it some flavor, make it taste good. Right, so let's see, and that's gonna expand and it's gonna get big like this. It almost looks like spaghetti. Almost. So I actually want fresh water. This water is fine, but I'm just gonna use fresh water. I'm gonna pour this water off and put new fresh water in it. All right, I got my blender here. I'm gonna put about this much for the first batch. And save the rest of this for the infusion. So now I'm just gonna put water in there and that's it. That's how you make Seamoss gel. And you can do whatever you want this. This one, I'm just gonna keep it simple. A little bit of water. So you can make this as thick or as loose as you want it to be. It just depends on how much water you put in. I want this one to be like kind of in between, not too thick. Actually, no, I might make this one a little thicker, just so you can see like the difference. Let me turn the microphone off so that it doesn't blast anyone's ears. Okay, so I don't have enough sea moss in here for it to make the gel the way I want it to. So I'm just going to use all of it and just make it in the infusion. That way it'll just like more so come together the way I want it to. You can see here how it's already starting to expand. It's not ready yet, but we're getting there. So if I had more CMOS in here, it would start to come together more as a gel. But I also, this is all I have ready. I don't want to like make this live too long because by the time this expands all the way, like live would probably be like an hour long, and I'm not gonna do an hour long live. But so I'll just use it all and do the infusion so you can pretty much just see the gel. But if you want it just plain, I would say use enough sea moss with a very small ratio of water, small portion of water, and that will make it more of a gel. Right now, I don't have enough sea moss to water ratio in there, so it's not forming the gel like I need to. Okay, so let's put this in here. So I'm going to let this mix first so it can really like pull it apart and like blend it together. And then I'm going to use one of my favorite things, acai. I have unsweetened acai because I don't want like that sugar that they put in it when you buy it from the store. So I got unsweetened. That's what it looks like, and it's melted down. Acai comes frozen, but I let this melt all the way. See? So let's let this blend. So this one, I made a little bit too watery. So this shows that you only put a little tiny bit of water on it if you want it to be a gel. But it's okay because this is gonna be an infusion. So it's gonna loosen up even more when I put the berries in it, the acai berry, and the I have a berry mix, blackberries, blueberries, and blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries. I will put all that in here. You can eat it as a smoothie, or you can really do anything with it. That is more like a smoothie, and you can actually incorporate more fruit with it if you want to, and just make it a whole smoothie. But the amount of CMOS I put in here, I wouldn't use this much. I would use way less CMOS because then you're gonna feel like overloaded in nutrients if you use this much CMOS. So obviously, I'm gonna use this for a few days. I'm gonna probably freeze some because you can put it in the freezer or you put it in the refrigerator depending on how much you want to use. This I'll probably incorporate with like other smoothies and stuff that I want to use. So let's get to making this. I'm gonna put my acai in there. I'm gonna put my berries in there. So the reason why my berries had all that juice and they're in this Ziploc bag is because I just let them thaw out overnight from frozen. So when they thaw out from frozen, they just like produce like a nice juice to them. And I don't like to eat like frozen fruit because I just don't like it that way. So I just let it thaw out and then put it in there. Put it in my blender. And the last thing I want to add is cinnamon. Let me get my cinnamon real quick. Earring fell out. Let me put that back in. All right. So berries are already like super high in antioxidants and vitamin C, all the good things that the body needs to be strong and healthy and boost your immune system. But this right here will boost your immune system even higher. Like if you have allergies or anything like that, this is what you want to have. You want to have this berry infusion with the sea moss. Okay, so I got my cinnamon, got my berries. You want to know one other thing I'm going to add just to make it even more tasty? Just a little bit of maple syrup, organic maple syrup. This makes it taste even better. So I only put about a tablespoonful of maple syrup. That's it. You can put a little bit more if you want to, but I don't recommend putting too much more. Blend this up. Let me mute this. All right. Now this, you could even do this with elderberry. This right here is like medicine. That's why I said don't put too much maple syrup, because maple syrup is great. It's healthy. It has a lot of great nutrients in it as well. I feel like maple syrup is like one of the, in my opinion, one of the best sweeteners to use. But to make this like super, super healthy, especially if you have like allergies or seasonal allergies like I do, and you want to really boost your immune system sky high without anything interfering, this is it right here. That's really good. So, and the berries, I would say, like, you know, because it's mixed berries, so raspberries and strawberries can be kind of sour. I would say with this, you don't want to just, with the amount of Seamoss I put in there, you don't want to just drink this down. You can put a little bit less Seamoss and kind of just like drink it slowly throughout the day. Like half of the amount of Seamoss I use, you use that in the morning, and then the other half you can use maybe in the afternoon after you digest it a bit. Because whenever you take vitamins and nutrients, when your food digests, you're also digesting the nutrients as well. So although your body gets what it needs, you know, you do need more throughout the day, which is why we kind of eat a few times throughout the day. I'm saying is like, CMOS is great, just don't take too much. If you feel like you're getting too much nutrients, drink more water so you can like flush some of it out of your system. Because you can get too much nutrients. You definitely can. But take as much as you feel that you need. You can eat this like this, or I can use this to add to other smoothies and other recipes as well, because it has CMOS in it. So you can make like desserts with this. And stay tuned for other videos because I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. Alright, so that's basically all I wanted to show you for this video, is how to make a Seamoss infusion. And this has a good amount of Seamoss in it. It may not turn into a gel, like when you refrigerate it, that's when it'll turn into a gel. But this one's kind of watery, so it might not turn into a gel. It might just get a little bit thicker, but it might not turn into a gel, but we'll see. And this one is almost done. I'm gonna give it about 40 minutes more to really finish expanding and get like really soft. The way it gets like kind of soft and flexible. So give this about 40 minutes to get like that. And this I'll just put in the refrigerator. I can put it in there overnight. CMOS gel, you have, when you have it in your refrigerator, it can be refrigerated up to 7 days. And if you leave it like this and you want to eat it like this in the water, same thing. You could have it in the water up to like maybe 7 days, but you want to eat it within that 7 days. Whether you eat it like this, incorporate it with your food, or you can literally just eat it like this. A lot of people don't do that because of the texture, but you can literally just eat it like this. But yeah, that's all I want to show you guys. CMOS is great. You can do your research on it. Like I said, I get mine from Amazon. And definitely try to get yours from St. Lucia or Jamaica, nowhere else. St. Lucia or Jamaica. Organic. Wildcrafted. That's what I got. Again, I am not a doctor or anything like that. Again, this is food. So I'm just showing you guys what I use to keep myself very like I don't know, keep my nutrients and vitamins up. So keep myself well healthy. Let's put it that way. Keep myself healthy. So that's it for this live. Thank you to everyone who stopped by. Thank you. I love you too. Thank you to everyone who stopped by and watched the live. And I hope this was helpful and you enjoyed it. See you in the next video. Bye.